And this is not the only resignation from the grand old party. Gaurav Vallabh has tendered his resignation as spokesperson and leader, citing the party's directionless path. And in a big development, he has now joined the Bharatiya Janata Party. Now, Vallabh had contested from Udaipur in last year's Rajasthan elections, but he was defeated by the BJP's Tarachand Jain by a margin of about 32,000 votes. Now, in his resignation letter, he said, "I can neither raise anti-Sanatan slogans nor abuse the wealth creators of the country. I'm resigning from all posts and primary membership of the Congress party." He also, while he was addressing the media after joining the BJP, he also made a statement saying that he had a problem with the stance of the grand old party on the Ram Mandir.
कि मेरे में इतनी ताकत नहीं है कि मैं सुबह से शाम बैठकर वेल्थ क्रिएटर्स को गाली देता फिरूं, मैं नहीं दे सकता। मेरे में इतनी ताकत नहीं है कि जब सनातन धर्म के ऊपर सवाल उठाए और मैं चुपचाप बैठ जाऊं, मेरे से नहीं होगा।
So some big questions that do tend to arise after multiple leaders have left the grand old party is what exactly is spurring the lack of harmony within the Congress itself. We will be connecting shortly with a reporter to get you more details on what the latest is when it comes to the internal politics of the grand old party, but multiple allegations have been made about the Congress from both of these leaders, scathing allegations in fact. With Sanjay Nirupam, one big statement that he's made is that there are 5 power centers within the grand old party. That includes, of course, Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi, the entire Gandhi family there. Then you also have Mallikarjun Kharge, who is the Congress chief, as well as the AICC in charge, KC Venugopal. Now, that's one allegation that he's made. Beyond this, Gaurav Vallabh, who had also resigned, he has essentially said that the party is directionless. And these are not new statements that are being made, that the grand old party's power struggle still continues to exist despite the fact that a non-Gandhi has been elected its chief. But this is a statement, and these are statements that have been made in the past, over the years, multiple times by other Congress leaders, big faces that have left the Congress and joined other parties, or even left politics altogether. But all of them have had to criticize the Congress. Now, to get us more about the most recent developments and the most recent exits from the grand old party, we're crossing over to my colleague Amit Gautam. Amit ji, आप बता सकते हैं कि कांग्रेस के अंदर क्या हो रहा है? All right, we'll try to re-establish that connection with my colleague Amit Gautam there. But continuing with what we were telling you earlier, these remarks, these statements that are being made by one Sanjay Nirupam and two Gaurav Vallabh, they are not new statements. They've been made by multiple other former party leaders of the Congress whenever they've also left. Long letters have been written, released on social media to highlight the fact that somewhere in the party's internal structure, something big is going wrong. Now, again, all of these developments, we'll just go over a few of the developments in the last 24 to 36 hours. Sanjay Nirupam has left the Congress. The Congress had actually given an expulsion letter to him, but he said that the Congress only expelled me after I had already resigned from the party. Beyond this, you also have Gaurav Vallabh, who has resigned from the grand old party and has joined the BJP. Then yesterday itself, you also saw a boxer-turned-politician, Vijender Singh. He left the Congress and joined the BJP as well. Now, we've been able to establish that connection with my colleague Amit here again. Amit ji, please continue.
जी बिल्कुल आपने चुनावी मौसम पर इससे कांग्रेस को बहुत बड़ा झटका लगा है। समय पर यहाँ कांग्रेस कमजोर लड़ी
लेकिन आज गौरव वल्लभ ने बीजेपी ज्वाइन किया है, जिसमें विनोद तावड़े शामिल थे। और यही नहीं, गौरव वल्लभ के साथ अनिल शर्मा, जो कि बिहार के कांग्रेस के प्रदेश अध्यक्ष भी रहे थे, उन्होंने भी इस्तीफा करके भारतीय जनता पार्टी को ज्वाइन किया है। देखिए, जिस तरीके से कांग्रेस का माहौल है, जो जितनी नीचे गिरती आ रही है, लेकिन ऐसे समय पर कांग्रेस जब टूट रही है, ऐसे समय पर जो भी बड़े बड़े नेता हैं, बड़े चेहरे हैं, वो भारतीय जनता पार्टी में शामिल हो रहे। तो जिस तरीके से देखा जा रहा है, तो कांग्रेस को बहुत बड़ा झटका है। गौरव वल्लभ की बात करें तो गौरव वल्लभ ने एक प्रॉपर मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे, जो कांग्रेस कांग्रेस के राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष है उनको लेटर लिखा, उस पर साफ तौर पर उन्होंने सनातनी की बात करी कि कांग्रेस के अंदर मैं एक हिंदू हूं और मैं सनातनी विरोधी नारे नहीं लगा सकता, और जिस राह पर कांग्रेस चल रही है वे काफी ज्यादा खतरनाक रास्ता है। यही उन्होंने राम मंदिर का भी जिक्र किया कि जैसे समय पर मैं एक हिंदू शिक्षक होने के बावजूद रामलला की प्राण प्रतिष्ठा में मैं नहीं जा पाया, ये मैं बहुत बड़ा दुखी हूं, और कांग्रेस के अंदर राम विरोधी नारे लग रहे थे। इन सभी से उन्होंने बताया कि जो मेरी विचारधारा है, मेरी आस्था है, वो कांग्रेस के विचारधारा से नहीं मेल खा रही थी, और इस वजह से मैं भारतीय जनता पार्टी में शामिल हो रहा हूं। देखिए, जिस हिसाब से चल रहा है कि कांग्रेस पार्टी एक खुद कोई ना कोई
भारत में वेल्थ क्रिएटर्स को सुबह शाम बैठकर गाली नहीं दे सकता। वेल्थ क्रिएटर्स generates capital, generates employment, contributes in the GDP. I can't abuse hundreds of unicorns. I can't abuse that.
But Mr. Vallabh, everyone is asking that you had been criticizing all the corporates in past because that was the agenda of Rahul Gandhi as well. How will you defend them now, and how will you defend what you said earlier?
As I told you, I had criticized always on issues, not on specifically targeting X corporate or Y corporate. You can check my history. I had that habit. I never criticized X corporate or Y corporate. I criticize on the policies. So,
but do you agree with those same policies now?
As I told you, you and me appeared in many job interviews and job written exams. So there is something called as mandatory conditions that you have to be a graduate. If you are not graduate and highly proficient in your journalism, people will not give you job. So there is some mandatory conditions which are unnegotiable. If Congress party is constantly hitting that unnegotiable mandatory conditions for me, which is not acceptable to me. So that is the reason I had written that letter.
But everyone is questioning about the timing of your joining as well, because Pran Pratishtha invite came 3 months back, and you are joining BJP now. You are resigned Congress today.
You can check that after the letter of Congress party for not attending the Pran Pratishtha, I had not appeared on a single TV show. I had not done a single press conference, because as I told you, certain issues are unnegotiable, unpardonable for me.
One last question to you, Mr. Vallabh. Those policies that you had criticized, will you voice your opinion now that you are in BJP? Will you voice your opinion against those policies?
Ma'am, we will have many such encounters in the days to come. But I can tell you that Rashtra Nirman, Dharm, and abusing wealth creators, abusing every wealth creator. हर व्यक्ति जो wealth कमाता है पापी नहीं हो सकता. I told this at many levels in the Congress party. They are right now criticizing LPG policy of Dr. Manmohan Singh and PV Narasimha Rao साहब. भाई लिबरलाइजेशन, प्राइवेटाइजेशन, ग्लोबलाइजेशन, आर्थिक उदारीकरण, आर्थिक वैश्वीकरण और आर्थिक निजीकरण, ये कांग्रेस पार्टी की नीति थी. आज उसी का विरोध करते हो.
पर राहुल गांधी तो भारत जोड़ो न्याय यात्रा पे निकले हैं ना.
आप फिर कोशिश कर रहे हैं. मैं लोगों पे कमेंट नहीं करता हूं. मैं आई एम सॉरी फॉर दैट.
So you won't be asking how many zeros will there be in trillion, right?
Ma'am, we will discuss this sometime.
Thank you so much. Mr. Gaurav Vallabh is here in BJP, joining BJP.
All right, so that was again Gaurav Vallabh talking more about why exactly he's chosen to leave the Grand Old Party and why he's joining the BJP. Again, saying that he is going to be making more statements in the days to come. Now, we'll continue to track all the developments when it comes to these two parties and other parties, of course, ahead of the Lok Sabha elections. Right now, though, we'll be shifting focus slightly.